What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Fox Chamber. As you saw in part one, we started the 5-lug swap on at least the front end and got the coilovers and stuff laid out, ready to install. We're gonna pick up right there on the installation of the coilovers. Hope you enjoy. Of course, you know, I got the coilovers out and everything, and I got the shims that came with, you know, that go between the strut and the spindle. I got a problem. The gap between here, even with the shims in, is too big. It's too big. Because these spindles are not quite as wide. They're not quite as wide right here at the mounting point for the strut as on the GT. Yeah. These right here are a little wider than the ones on the SN95 spindles, 94, 95 spindles. So, what am I gonna do? I got an idea, already done it. Just gonna show you what I did. All right, of course, you know, I took the other shocks off, and this right here is what I did to solve that problem. I cut the mounting point for the shock off. For the old shocks, I cut them off. And I smoothed them down and made a shim out of it. Yep, made 2 shims out of that. Smooth them down, they fitted in there perfectly. I could put one on each side and it fits just right. Yes, I know I'm not gonna be able to have it dead center, but it's gonna be off, you know, I think it was like 0.17 or something like that. But that shouldn't be an issue. See, they both fit in there just like that. But of course, I'm not gonna put them both on the same side, but so they fit on there with no problem. Where I can mount them like that, and they'll be out of the way. Of course, one's gonna be on one side, one's gonna be on the other side. They're not gonna be on the same side. But I just wanted to show you how they were gonna end up mounting in there. See, nice, tucked in, out of the way, homemade shim. Because I would have, and I thought about, you know, buying or trading or changing these, sending them back and get the SN95 coilovers, but the length of them are different. And I'm not sure if that's gonna affect it or not. Because I can't remember which one is longer. These are the other ones, but I checked the lengths on both of them, the length on both of them. And one is a little shorter than the other by like 2 inches. So I'm not sure if that's gonna make a big deal. So I decided I will not do that, and I will just make some shims for them. And there they are. So we're gonna go with those. Like I'm saying, of course they're gonna be off center just a little bit, but I'm gonna make them both the same. If I put the shim on the aft side of the spindle, I'll put them on the aft side of the other, just to make it even, so they'll both be the same. Yeah, that's what I did to correct that. Is it right? I don't know. Is it gonna affect it? I kind of doubt it. I really do. I really doubt it'll affect it. But I think it's gonna work. So next thing I'm gonna do is just mount these bad boys now. All right, first things first. First things first, it says put the J bracket on. I guess that's the J bracket, and it goes on underneath and pops out right here. Oh, that is snug. Yeah, good thing I'm not gonna be using them bottom threads right there. Ooh, strut one of these. All right. And these slide on right over that. Oh, that is a snug fit. Yeah, that spacer right there, that thing is tight. Let's see if these are different sizes. Yeah. Maybe it goes over a little better. Yeah, a little bit. All right, it says install spacers and lock nuts, and I did not get any washers with that. My messy table, but I did not get any washers with that. So I had to run and grab some washers because the kit that they sent me from American Muscle did not have the washers that you're supposed to have. So shout out for Townsend Building Supply for supplying me with the washers. I only had to pay exactly what they were asking. So that's good. All right, next thing is I gotta put this plate right here on, and it looks the same on both sides. This might be an issue right here when it comes to adjusting this thing, but there we go. Okay, that's down on there nice and flat. Put your washers and stuff on, and these are a little bit, I think these washers are a little bit thicker than the ones that they're supposed to send. Thanks a lot, American Muscle. Didn't send my washers. But anyhow, I got some more washers. They're good to go. And now we gotta put the nuts on. And I gotta have to find somebody to do an alignment on this bad boy and to know how to adjust caster camber plates and all that good stuff without tearing everything up. But that plate is on. I just got to run these right here down. All right, got my 19mm socket, and I'm gonna try to find like a central spot for it for the time being, like right in the middle of the slots right there. So I'm gonna go with that and see how that works out. Maybe we might have to end up changing it. There, nice and snug. Yeah, about medium, right there in the middle. Fitting on there nicely. Now we gotta get this right here all set up. I think everything is actually on here already. Yeah, I think everything is already on there. All right, while I was off camera, I was trying to figure out how to put this right here on, the little adjustment, soft or hard, your adjustment of your strut. And what you do is you get you an Allen key or Allen wrench, put it down in the center, and run this all the way down till it stops, and then you just screw on your adjustment knob. It's just simple. But I will show you on the next one if I remember to. So now I have the J plate, all that installed. Now I gotta run the strut up through the bottom, like so. This is gonna be the aggravating part right here. Just trying to get this bad boy to go through without banging it all up on everything. There. Whew, good gracious. But it's up there. Now we just gotta thread these through there and get it locked down. I don't know how good y'all can see this. I might have y'all jammed up there where you can't see it. But if I do, I'll just tell you what I did. It's definitely better if you had somebody to hold that strut from the bottom. There, I got a couple of them in there, so might not be so bad now. And you run all 4 of these in. And like I said, I'm just putting everything pretty much centralized for the time being, so I can get somebody to adjust this bad boy. All right. All the top is assembled. Yeah, these 4 right here are not torqued down by no means. I just got them run down finger tight. And yeah, that's pretty much in. The adjustment knob right there on top. I like that, real plain and simple. Soften it up, harden it up. Just that easy. And it is kind of spring loaded. I gotta see exactly how you operate that thing. I don't know if you gotta pull it out, then twist it, or twist it while it's down. I'll figure that out in a little bit. But anyway, upper part is in. Now, down to the lower section. I don't know if I could even see that or not. So I got my camera so I could check the view. Yep, y'all can't see that at all. Now, down at the bottom, time to run these cool shims that I made. And I decided I was gonna put them on the front side of the strut. Because I don't do it on both sides, of course. Yeah, basically lined up right there. Now we just gotta use the jack to jack up the control arm up in there where it's nice and level, where you can run your bolts in. That's pretty close. I might have to do a little bit of adjusting. Now, just take my little homemade shim, put that bad boy in there. I told you it is a snug fit. All right, then take your bolts, run them in from the back. If I got it lined up right. I think I had to come up with it just a little bit. There. All right, first bolt in. If I'm not mistaken, if I don't have these wrong, you run the bolts back to forward. Bottom one, had to let it up just a little bit more. There, it's in. See, got them in there. And that's how the shim looks when it's in. Yeah. No, I don't think that's gonna be an issue. I really don't. Yes, it's not exactly squared or whatever in the center, but I don't think it's gonna be a big issue. Now, the only thing I have to do now is just tighten them bad boys down, and that is good to go.
The next day.
All right, before we get too far into all of this coilover install or whatever, it's one thing I forgot to tell you about, and I actually learned about it last night, really, to tell you the truth, but is coilover preload. And I did it last night. I didn't really film it because I did it right when I got in from work. But the preload is loading up your springs with a little bit of pressure before you even get it on the car. But the way I did it, and I looked online, of course, you know, we go through and look on YouTube to find stuff. So what you do, you back this off until it's loose. This upper one right here, you back it off till it's loose, and then you go all the way up. And I turned it until I couldn't turn it by hand anymore. And then I rolled this lower one up to it, just where it'll just barely touch it. And then this one right here, I kind of kept turning it until I got a distance of like 5 to 8 millimeters in between here. I think I'm right at like 5 or 6, right up in there. And you turn this one, this is gonna stay still, and you turn this one up till you get a 5 millimeter gap in between here. I think it's recommended between 5 and 8, something like that. But just make sure it's the same on both sides. And you turn this one up, putting tension on the spring, measure between there till you get either 5 to 8, whatever you're gonna measure it at. And then you run this one up to it and tighten it down. And that's the preload. That's simple, not too hard. But yeah, that was the preload I put on there. I did it last night, like I was saying, there wasn't nothing to it. That's why I want to go ahead and at least tell you that. All right, for these down here, that seems like it's wrong. I ran these out because my spindles was kind of inward. So I ran them out a little bit and broke the nut right here. Well, I broke the nut right here and screwed these out a little bit so they'll match up to at least halfway right. I know it's probably bad wrong, but at least I wanted to at least get it halfway right, or whatever the toe out, because it was bad towed in, so I towed it out. But that's where I'm at right now. Got everything mounted, got these tightened down. So now I'm gonna throw the wheels on there and check the stance to see what kind of a gap I got right here. Yes, I didn't put the brakes on yet because I have a set of Brembos that I'm gonna put on. But the thing is, the Brembos do not fit that wheel. I have no clearance on the inside, so I didn't do anything with it yet, because I might end up selling the Brembos or finding some new wheels to put on here. Yeah, I got some Brembos, but they're not going to be able to fit. So if they don't fit and these wheels do fit, I'm going to buy a set of Cobra brakes, or the, what is it, the Power Stop, or I think it is, that's got the Cobra style brakes, and put on here. So that's why I haven't done anything with the brakes yet. I still don't know which way I'm gonna go with the brakes. So right now I'm just gonna try to get the fitment and everything correct where I want it, and then go from there. But for right now, I'm gonna stick a wheel on here and on the other side, lower the car down and see how it looks, and if I'm be able to turn it, you know, and not hit the fender well or the liner or whatnot, and see what I got. All right, got the wheels on it, at least for now. That's what we got. Now, it's not gonna be a bad look. But as you can see, I've got a lot of positive camber. Yeah, because it's sticking, it's definitely leaning outward, top to bottom. And you can tell just by looking at this side. This side is almost, you know, tucked in exactly where you want it. Well, it actually is where I want it. Tucked in ever so slightly. Looking straight down, look at there. I mean, it's right there. Probably about a degree or two of negative camber on that one. And I believe negative is going in and positive is going out, I think, right offhand. But yeah, like that driver's side looks real good. I just gotta change the camber on this side, make it at least 0 or maybe negative like the other side is. But yeah, and I've never done it before, so I'm gonna mess around with this a little bit because it can't get no worse than it already is. So let me play around with this a little bit and get back with you.
Several days later.
Well, it's actually been a couple days. I've been busy doing some other stuff, but like I said, I was gonna mess with the camber a little bit, and this is about the best I can get it, but I do think I'm gonna have to drop down like 1 tire size, because the tire size on the front of these are 275 35/18s. I'm probably gonna have to drop down to a 265 at least. 265 35/18. But here's what the 275 35/18 looks like after I did my adjustments. Yeah, I got the table pushed back up against it, but as you can see, it's just about flush. It is just about completely flush. And I'm kind of still debating if I want to drop down the tire size or not. But it's right there. It's right there at it, you know. And before I buy another set of tires to go on the front, because if I do buy another set of tires, I'm gonna put these on the rear. But before I buy another set, I'm probably gonna, I might ride around with these a little bit like this, just for a minute or two, just to see how it is. Because I checked up under there, the rubbing, it doesn't rub going, if I turn to the left, it doesn't rub. If I turn to the right, it just kisses the inside fender well cover. Oh my goodness, it just does kiss it. So I might be able to massage it a little bit to get it where it won't touch it, but I mean, it's almost right there. But anyway, yeah, the fitment, and I love how these wheels look on there. Just check it out. I did lower it a little bit. Yeah, these wheels are gonna look excellent on there. And you notice I don't have a caliper in there yet. We're gonna get with that in just a second. But yeah, I'm probably gonna drop that down a little bit more. Yeah, just maybe another ½ inch, maybe. But that looks really, really good to me. And like I said, the driver's side is right where I want it at. And that is a positive 22 on the front and rear. It's more, I think I've seen a lot more folks run like a positive 30 or 35 on the front to make it better. And this is a 9.5 inch wheel on the front. So I'm maxing out everything on the front. What is it? An 8.5 would probably feel a whole lot better. And if I had like 30 plus 30 or plus 35, I would have no issues whatsoever. But I've seen it done with this exact wheel, so I'm gonna rock this for a minute. At least, because I'm a try. But anyway, this is what I wanted to address now, is the brake situation. Y'all know I love my Brembos on the Fox, on the white one, on the white GT. Love them, love them, love them. But I ran into a little bit of an issue. I've got another set of Brembo brakes. I was gonna stick these on there. But something said, hey, try to put those wheels on the front of the Fox and see how it looks. Okay, I would. Problem. Those wheels are not concaved as the Celine reps I got on there. They don't fit. These do not fit. So yeah, your boy's devastated. But anyway, so I got these. These are the Power Stop. They're the Cobra style front brake calipers. And these will fit, definitely will fit. So I'm gonna rock those right there instead. And of course, I know you've seen the yellow paint. Yes, they're gonna be yellow. Cause I would do them red, but I did my other ones red. So, and that's a red car. So I was kind of waffling back and forth between like a metallic blue and yellow. And I kind of, you see where I landed on the yellow. And these right here, I'm still trying to figure out what I'm gonna do with these. I'm probably gonna go ahead and get these things prepped, painted, and put them over to the side till I decide what I'm gonna do with them. Am I gonna paint them yellow? I don't know. But I am gonna prep them like I'm gonna paint them and then figure out what I'm gonna do from there. Because I thought about selling these to somebody, you know, paint them red like everybody, I think that's like the popular color or whatever. Paint them red, put the new Brembo decal on it, and sell them. Yeah, because these are some good brakes. I love these brakes. Like I said, I got them on the Fox, and I did not have to change my brake booster. These fit. I got good stopping power and everything. I mean, it would help if you change the brakes so you have more stopping power, but I did not change the booster on the other one. Still rocking the OEM booster. But yeah, that's what I got going on with these. And we're gonna get to the rear shocks and struts and springs and all that good stuff on RedFox a little bit later. Right now we're dealing with the front end, because I still got to buy some axles actually for this one right here. But as of right now, we're gonna try to get these things right here prepped, painted. Oh, another thing too, to make them, I want these bad boys, I want this yellow to pop. I want it bright. So what I'm gonna do is I got some white primer, some high temp primer coming in. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna prep these, I'm gonna paint them, use that white primer, that high temp primer on these, so that yellow is gonna pop. Because if you use anything dark, of course, you know it's gonna be a little bit darker. But that white primer is gonna help that yellow pop. I want that stuff bright. Yes, I want them to shine through those black ESR wheels like nobody's business. So for right now, we're gonna get these things prepped up, and that's basically it. I'll show you what's going on right after that. Oh yeah, before I forgot to mention, yes, and I am gonna coat these bad boys with 2K clear, high speed clear. Yeah, and why 2K you ask? Is because they can take a lot more heat, and it's a two-part clear. And from what I heard, yes, they can take a lot more heat than regular clear coat. So that's what I'm going with, the 2K clear. And I've used that before on my headlights. If y'all watched any of the previous videos, I did the headlights on not RedFox, but on the Fox, on the GT, I used 2K clear, and it was good. It worked real good. But yeah, that's what I just wanted to show you, that I was going to use 2K clear on the calipers after I get them. So there'll be a this ain't the real glossy 2K, but it is bright. It is going to be kind of shiny. I think the other one, the step above this one, is called like Glamour or something like that. But for right now, yeah, that's what I'm going to use on these, on the yellow, on at least the Cobra style brakes. I might end up painting these red, just because I might end up selling those. I don't know. If y'all are interested in possibly buying these right here, let me know. I don't know. I might sell them, because I am going to rock those wheels on there for now.